Morning boys, we will continue the same exercise number 2.5, question number 5. So you have to complete the sum number 3 and 4 as a homework. Clear? You try, otherwise I will teach you later. Now question number 5, 3 power 2n minus 1 is divisible by 8. So you have to prove by mathematical induction this 3 power 2 power n minus 1 by 8 always whenever you replace n by any natural number. So before you go for this concept, you must understand that basically you learn in the lower classes. So 56, if you divide 56 by 8, this is the normal procedure, 7 8s are 56, you will get 0, isn't it? So here 8 is exactly, we will go how many times in 56? 7 times. So you can write like this, 56 is equal to 8 into 7. How do you that answer? How many times 8 will go in 56? 7 times. So if the dividend is get changed and the quotient also get changed, these two will be always get changed. Clear? So if I am replacing some other number which is divisible by 8, then the number of times it be differ, it may be various other than 7. So if I don't know dividends, for example I will take this as a dividend as some variable x, then 8 into, I don't know how many times 8 will go in x, so that is y. So you will get 8y. So this is the concept, basic concept. If I know a 56, when you divide 56 by 8, I got 7 times by dividing this process, normal process. I don't know what is dividend, but you have to divide the dividend by always 8, that is the basic rule. So I don't know what is that, x by 8, when I am dividing these two, I got exactly how many number of times 8 will go in x. That also we cannot say, because once if you know the dividend only, you can easily find out how many times 8 will go in that dividend. So we don't have any information, therefore x by 8, so x is equal to 8y. That's what we get this answer. Clear? So you should remember the concept before you go for this problem. This concept is very important. Clear? So now as usual, P of n is equal to 3, replace n by 1. If you replace n by 1, 3 square, that is 9 minus 1, 8. So it is divisible by 8. It is proved. Then what is the next condition? N is equal to k. That you have to consider. Assume n is equal to k is divisible by 8. So what it becomes 3 power 2k minus 1. So just now I said, if you divide this by 8, you will get some quotient. I don't know what is the quotient. So the quotient is called m. So this m, for explanation of this m only, I did some examples over here from the lower class. Clear? So 3 power 2k minus 1 is equal to 8m. So now you have to prove that, n is equal to k plus 1 is true. That is the last conditions. So now you have to replace in the place of n by k plus 1. Here 2 of k plus 1 minus 1. Now you see you started to simplify, because you have to use these condition in the place of k plus 1. That is the rule, because we consider this is true. So this result is supposed to use in the case of n equal to k plus 1. Clear? So for which you need some basic concept. Just now I taught how to write the dividend is equal to divisor into quotient. That you studied in the lower class itself. So now I can shuffling this, I just multiply the powers 2k plus 2 minus 1. Now I am replaced this 3 power 2k. When the base are same, you know the basic concept. You can write am into an. So when the base are same, you can add power. So a power m plus n. Based on the concept, I write 3 square minus 1. Clear? So now 3 power 2k. This 3 square can be written as 9 minus 1. But I have to suppose to use this concept. So that I am replacing this 9 by 8 plus 1 minus 1. Multiply 8 into 3 2 power k plus 3 power 2k. I am just multiplying 3 power 2k inside the bracket minus 1. Are you clear now? So don't confuse. It is very simple. You have to replace n by k plus 1. Then according to the algebraic formula, you have to separate the power of 3 by using that algebraic format. Then 9, the condition is you have to use the condition which will get when you replace n by k in the place of when you replace n is equal to k plus 1. So that I got 9. The question is very clearly is given divisible by 8. Therefore, I started to split the number 9 based on the condition. What is given here? 8. This 9, you can write 5 plus 4, 11 minus 2. You can replace 9 by number of ways. Clear? 100 minus 1, 9. Clear? Likewise, 10 minus 1, 7 plus 2, 1 plus 8, everything will give only 9. But you cannot express 9 what you like in the same manner. It is not, that is meaningless. You can express 9 depends upon the question. Question is given very clearly divisible by 8. When the question is given divisible by 7, then you have to replace 9 as 7 plus 2. Depends upon the question, you have to replace 9. If it is divisible by 5, then 9 can be replaced by 5 plus 4. So, depends upon the question, you have to express 9 either 8 plus 1 or some other terms. Here it is given divisible by 8. So, I have to replace number 9 with the help of 8. 8 plus or 8 minus depends upon what is the answer we got in the previous steps. Here I got 9. Therefore, I am replacing 9 by 8 plus 1. Why I have to express 9 in terms of 8 plus 1? Because you have to prove by divisible by 8. That is the reason I split 9 as 8 plus 1 instead of some other linear combinations. Now you see 3 power 2k minus 1, already you got answer 8m. See 3 power 2k minus 1. How do you get 8m? By using one just now I taught one example. If you divide the dividend by 8, you will get some remainder. If you don't know the dividend, then you cannot find out what is the remainder and divide quotient. So it is exactly divisible. It is given 100 divisible by 8. Therefore, no question of remainder. Remainder will be always 0. So when you divide that unknown dividend by 8, you will get how many times that 8 will go in particular dividends? We don't know. That is called m. I consider the number of times 8 will be there in 3 power 2k minus 1. I don't know. That's what I got take as m. You can take some other alphabet also. That is your wish. So I am using now 3 power 2k minus 1. This 3 power 2k minus 1 replaced by 8m. I told you already, you supposed to use this concept in k plus 1 steps. That one will lead to the previous problem also. So now it will become 8m. Now what is the common factor of these two? 8. You take 8 outside, you will get 3 power 2k plus m. Now this is multiplication of 8 table. Whatever the number you replace, if you multiply with 8, then automatically, obviously it comes to know that it is always divisible by which table? 8 table. 8 into whatever the number. It is always divisible by 8. Clear? If it is 8 plus, if you got, you cannot say this 8 divisible by 8. Only first term can divisible by 8. This is not divisible by 8. Clear? But whereas here 8 will comes under factor of these two terms. So therefore, it is divisible by 8. Are you clear? So if this is alone divisible by 8, but you cannot say this is also divisible by 8 because we don't have the number 8. But here you see 8 into these two factors, these two terms. It is comes under multiplication. See, this is divisible by 8 table, this is also divisible by which table? 8 table, because these two terms comes in multiplication of 8 table. So obviously it is divisible by 8. I am taking 8 as a common factor. Even if you keep as it is also, nothing wrong, that is correct. So therefore, therefore it is divisible by what? 8. So conclusion, you know how to write. P of k plus 1 is true whenever P of k is clear. So this is the concept. Very simple. So don't confuse, I will explain. First you consider P of n. As usual, the rule number 1, first you have to replace n by 1. I got 8, 8 is divisible by 8 table, over. Next you go to, assume n equal to k is divisible by 8. So 3 power n is replaced by k. So when you divide this number by 8, you will get, it is exactly divisible by 8, you will get some quotient. I don't know what is the quotient. Actually what step will come? 3 power 2k minus 1 by 8. When you divide, I am supposed to get some value. I don't know what is the value, that I consider as m. Then I am taking 8 to the right side. I got this format. Clear? So better you can understand. When I am dividing this term by 8, I got some remainder, quotient. I don't know what is the quotient, because if I know the number, I can easily find out what is the number. But here in terms of k, so I don't know what is the exact the quotient when I am dividing these two. So I taken as m. So I am cross multiplying this. I take the denominator of the left side to the right hand side. I got 8m. Then as usual, what is the third condition? You have to replace n is equal to k plus 1. I am replacing there, applying this algebraic formulas, simplified. Why I am right? Then you have to express 9 in terms of 8 plus 1. What necessary to replace 9 by 8 plus 1? Because you are asked to prove this will be always which table? 8 table. Therefore, I am expanding that 9 I expressed in terms of 8. So 8 plus 1 is 9. So I am then I can normal multiplications, 8 into 3 power 2k, 8 into 3 power 2. Don't multiply. 8 3s are 24. Some of you are multiplying like this. 8 3s are 24. 24 power 2k. This is wrong. You don't multiply. Because here the base 3 has power 2k. So you cannot multiply. That is not allowed in algebra. So just you have to keep like this. Don't do like this. This is wrong. So 8 power 8 into, that's use, better you can use the bracket, nothing wrong. 8 into 3 power 2k plus 1 into 3 to power 1 into 3 power 2k is 3 power 2k minus 1. This I know 8m. From this I am replacing this by 8m, because I said very clearly this, you consider this is true. So this condition you have used in the, when you go for n is equal to ak plus 1. In this manner only we did the previous problems also. Clear? So 8 is the common factor, take outside. When 8 is divisible by the 8 table, then the entire term will be divisible by 8. So the conclusion. Clear? Now we will go to the sum number 6. It will take little time, but boys, once you understand this concept, it will be very easy. So sum number 6. 6. A power n minus b power n is divisible by a minus b. Don't worry. What sir, previously it is given one model, here it is another one model. Same concept. You have to replace n by 1, then n by k, then n by k plus 1. When you simplified after replacing n by k plus 1, you supposed to use what conditions? What you got in n is equal to k, that the final result you have to apply it in a k plus 1. That's all. That is the mathematical index. Very simple concept. First n equal to 1. Then you have to replace n by k, you will get one answer. Use that answer when you replace n is equal to k plus 1, that is all. Now, no confusions. So, once you keep these rules in your mind, then the mathematical induction, principle of mathematical induction is nothing, very simple. So, what are the conditions I said? First step n equal to 1, next step n is equal to k, use that answer when you replace n is equal to k plus 1, the last step. Over. Sum it's over. Very simple. So don't think that it is very very tough. Not like that. So if you keep it these three conditions in your mind and you started to work out the problems, automatically it will be very easy for you to understand the concept. Clear? Only this. So mathematics is, don't think that is very difficult. It is difficult if you don't work it out. If you don't keep some important hints like this, the steps. You have to memorize the steps. Then you proceed. One time you will make mistakes. Second time the mistakes reduce 50%. Third time 20% we have mistakes. Then fourth time 100% will be correct. So this is the way of learning mathematics. Some of the boys in the first time itself they can able to work out the problems, but 98% of the boys they have to work it out 1 or 2, 3 times. Clear? One very weak in mathematics, they should go for 5 times, 4 times. Clear? So very simple. As usual, what is the first condition? N is equal to 1. So P of n is equal to a power n minus, so a minus b. This a minus b is this which step? A minus b. Therefore, P of 1 is divisible by a minus b over. What is the next condition? N is equal to k. So a power k, b power k. When I am dividing this by a minus b, same concept I will get some value. So a power k minus b power k m of a minus b. Are you clear? So if I am dividing a power k minus b power k by a minus b, I got some quotient. I don't know what is the quotient. Just now we did, isn't it? I explained with the numerical values also before I started the question number 5. Just rewind it and find. Then apply this. I got. Now I have to use this for this result in where? K plus 1. That's all. Over. Almost we come to conclusions for this problem. Once if you got this answer, then n equal to k plus 1 is nothing, very simple. So I am replacing a power k plus 1 minus b power k plus 1. The problem is now started. I told you very clearly, in k, when you replace n is equal to k plus 1, you supposed to use this result. Sir, where is the possibility sir to use this format? So you hear a power k minus b power k, but there a power k plus 1 minus b power k plus 1. How do you use this concept, sir? Here, there you have to use some lower class concept. It came under algebra. Just now I wrote formula, no? So power, you can rewrite this under multiplication. When the base are same, you can add the power k plus 1, k plus 1. Just now, see, this is the formula, no? A power 3, a power 2. What is that? A power, when the base are same, you are adding the power that is a power 5. So based on this concept, see when the power of any base in terms of plus or minus, you can express in multiplication format. If it is division format, you have to come right the if it is minus, then it will become divisional format, a power 3 by a power 2. Clear? So when the base are same, you are supposed to add the power 3 plus 2, which will give you a power 5. So if it is, when the power under addition, then you have to express the base under multiplication, that is the reverse. Right to left and left to right. That's why it is called identity. What is mean by identity? Both the left hand sides and the right hand side are always equal. That is the basic concept. That's why it is called identity. Clear? If you replace a by 2 on all the place of a in both the left side and right hand side, the express will get same answer. That's why it is called identity, the standard result. So based on this concept, I am separating that powers with the same base like a power k into a power 1. If it is minus 1, you have to write minus 1, a power minus 1. There you have, it will come like this. You have to suppose to bring to the denominator, a power plus 1. So no need to mention the power 1. Clear? So here it is given only plus, therefore I can write straight away like a power k into a power 1. Similarly, b power k into b. Clear? Now I am supposed to take this formula. So from there I keep a power k alone this side. You take minus b power k to the right hand side. Sir, why don't you keep b minus b power k and why don't you take minus a power k to the, because there will be negative sign. To avoid the negative sign, I take minus to the right hand side. Clear? Nothing. So you can keep any one term on the right side and proceed, you will get answer. Clear? So ak I got from ak because I supposed to use this concept in this place. I can make some adjustment. If I add, if you add a power k b and subtract a power b, you will simplify, you will get the answer. That is not a question. The problem, if you apply add and subtract, group the terms, take common factor, you will get answer. You will get answer. But what is the condition? We consider this is true. So you suppose you used only this concept. You don't simply add a plus a power k b minus a power k, add and subtract. You can do even this, add b power k a minus b power k a. You will get same answer. You will get same result. Clear? That is not wrong. But what is the condition for mathematical induction? You have to use the condition which will get after replacing n is equal to k, that you have to suppose to use in the place. So for which I cannot go for this linear combinations, add and subtract. I suppose to take only from the result. From the result I am replacing a power k. No sir, I like to replace b power k. Fine, you have to keep b power k this side, minus b power k this side. Transfer a power k to the right hand side, and in the place of minus bk you have to replace, what will get the answer? You will get same answer, nothing wrong. Either you keep a power k or b power k, that is your wish. The condition is very simple. When if you replace n is equal to k plus 1, in such a case you supposed to take the condition what you got already when you replace n is equal to k. This condition you have to use in this place. If you don't use this, that is not called mathematical induction. For mathematical induction, this condition is supposed to take in this place. So don't simply apply the linear combination for your add and subtract. Just now I explained, clear. So that is not allowed. Even if used, even that answer is come exactly the required answer, then that is not acceptable. The reason is you consider this is true. Then only you go for n equal to k plus 1. That statement I missed, you have to write n is equal to k plus, to prove that k plus 1 is true, when k is true, that you have to write. Here assume n equal to k is true, that you have to write. So in the place of ak, I am replacing now m of a minus b, a. I did not change anything b. Just I am replacing a power k, m of a minus b plus bk. I missed plus b power k minus b power k into b. Check again, a power k, a is replaced by m, a minus b. You see, write a, better you can write outside to avoid the confusion. I can write a here, a power k replaced by m of a minus b plus b power k. Now we have to take normal multiplications. You take am, a minus b, a b power k minus b power k into b. So after that you can easily get the answers. I am multiplying a inside the bracket, a into this term, am, a minus b. Then a into b power k, a b power k. Then I kept b power k b as it is. Don't multiply this a into this term because this a is only for first term, not for the second one. So now you can take easily the common factor of the last two terms, that is a power m, a minus b. What is the common factor? B power k. So when I take b power p outside, what will be the remainder? A minus b. Now again you see, a minus b is common factor. That's all. Now this is which table? A minus b. Therefore it is divisible by a minus b. Then as usual you have to write the conclusion like previous model. P of k plus 1 is always true whenever P of k is true. That's all. Clear? It's very simple. Only thing you have to use some little bit IQ in k plus 1. The problem is, even I said no, by using linear combination also you will get same answer. You will get a minus b is a common factor. But that is not accepted. The reason is, we consider, assume, actually what there, assume n is equal to k is true. We consider this is true. So this condition you have to use in the place of k plus 1. That's why we did some little adjustment to bring that result. Clear? So no new concept. This is the method of finding any number divisible by whatever the number is given. So this general format. Now we will go to the sum number 7. There are the remaining two problems are there. So after sum number 8 you do yourself based on this concept. Otherwise I will teach that sum number 8 in the next class. So sum number 7, 5 power 2n minus 1 and divisible by 24. This is nothing but sum number 5. But anyhow complete little. Clear? Then you have to proceed the k plus 1. Up to k I complete. Up k plus 1 you have to do it yourself. So as usual P of n is equal to 1. So what will be the answer? Minus 1. 5 square is 25. 25 minus 1, 24. So 24 is divisible by which term? 24. It is divisible by how much? It's over. Now you have to consider or assume n is equal to k is true. So P of k is equal to 5 power 2k minus 1. So when you divide 5 power 2k minus 1 by 24, you will get some quotient. That quotient I don't know, that is m. So What will come here? 5 2k minus 1 is equal to 24m. So now you have to replace n is equal to k plus 1. That is 5 power 2 k plus 1 minus 1. I told you boys, you supposed to use this condition in k plus 1. So replace 5 2k plus 2 minus 1. So 5 2k into 5 square minus 1. 5 2k into 24 minus 1. Now you have to replace, sorry, this is 25. Now you have to replace 25 in terms of what? 24, because you are asked to divide this by which table? 24 table. Therefore, now you have to express 25 by what? 24 plus 1. You don't replace 20 plus 5. The question is very clearly is given. You have to divide by which table? 24 table. Therefore, 5 power 2k, 25 replaced by 24 plus 1 minus 1. Then you have to multiply and simplify by use this concept like question number 5. You will get answer. Clear? So, the same concept that you have to use for sum number 7. This you have to complete. Just to refer the question number 5. Now, the question number 8. Question number 8 also same. I will do only the half. Then you have to do the remaining part at home. It is also very simple. N into n plus 1 into n plus 2 is divisible by 6. As usual, P of n, n into n plus 1, n plus 2. What is the first condition? N is equal to 1. So, replace n is equal to 1. What will be the answer? P of 1 is equal to 1 into 2 into 3. I will write straight away. 1 into 2 into 3, which will give you 6. 6 is divisible by 6 table. So, P of 1 is divisible by 6. Then what is the next condition? Assume or consider n is equal to k is true. So, P of k is equal to k plus 1, k plus 2. So, this is divisible by what? 6. So, when I am dividing this by 6 table, I got one remain that is quotient. I don't know what is the quotient. So, we will take always m. So, k plus 1, k plus 2 is equal to how much? 6m. Now, what is the next condition? You have to use n is equal to k plus 1. Here I am going to replace it. You have to just modify the result, apply this concept. That is a very basic concept. You have to use this condition when you used for n equal to k plus 1. So, now you have to replace n by k plus 1. What is that? K plus 1, k plus 1 plus 1, k plus 1 plus 2. So, k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 3. I need k into k plus 1, k plus 2. I have to use this concept for which you multiply these two, keep the last one as it is, or multiply these two, keep the first one as it is. That is your wish. I cannot now. I am giving only the hints how to proceed. I need k plus 1, k plus 2. This condition I supposed to use in that next stage. Then only my answers comes to end. Otherwise, it is wrong. So, you have to decide yourself how to multiply. Whether you have to keep this one and multiply these two, bring down this result. Or you multiply these two, try to bring that result. This k into k plus 1 into k plus 2 should be there. So, based on this concept, you have to multiply either first two or next two or first and last one. Do whatever you know in algebraic multiplications and substitute, you will get answer. Clear? So this I will give you as homework, you try, otherwise next class I complete this one. We have one more sum left, we will continue this as well as the next one in the next classes. Clear? Thank you boys, you do the homework properly.